What's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to talk about the top 5 safest 10x's that I would buy right now if I was looking to buy 10x crypto potential, which are not going to have a 100x potential like other projects that are much higher risk, but a lot of people don't really want to be exposed to risk, and that is fine. There's this weird preconception in crypto that everything is going to do a 100x or a 200x, but in those cases, most projects are simply not. If a project has a 100x potential, chances are that it also got the potential to go to zero, but this is what 99% of crypto influencers are not going to tell you, and it's completely fine if you don't want to be super exposed to risk. Some people want to take a safer approach, and I completely respect that. So I'm going to try to guide you into some of what would be my top 5 picks into this sphere. Obviously, don't take anything that I say as financial advice. This is just my own interpretation. So obviously take it however you please. And before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, follow me on X, follow me on my free Telegram, and I've got a lot of referrals and affiliate links that are going to save you a pretty penny down in the description. Okay, now to the video. The first pick, and by the way, these are not going to be in any particular order other than the first one, which is going to be Kaspa. Kaspa has been my pick for a long time. I'm already a 16x out of my initial investment. I was buying this ages ago, almost 2 years that I've been into this project, way before I even started my YouTube channel. And I can tell you that this still looks like one of the sexiest charts in crypto, and it's been the top performing asset in my portfolio in the bear market. And chances are that it's still going to be one of my top assets in the bull market. If you're looking to see what Kaspa is in detail, I have a playlist full of 50 Kaspa videos or something like that, so I'm sure that you're going to find something that you like in there that is going to help you towards your educational journey towards Kaspa. But what I can tell is that Kaspa is a layer 1 project. It's got its own blockchain. It's far from being a ghost chain right now, especially because there's the KRC20 network being live. You could have minted some Memecoins, and there's going to be stable coins very soon. There's going to be a lot of potential for this project. It's 4 billion. If you think what Cardano has done in the previous bull run, what Solana has done in the previous bull run, layer 1s should probably be one of the safest category. In fact, the majority of projects that we're going to see today are layer 1s. In fact, 4 out of 5 projects are going to be layer 1 cryptos. And the fact that Kaspa is a fair launch project, meaning that there's not a VC firm or big angel investors behind, is completely fair launch. And this is also why you can see in the chart they started from absolute zero. This is also why Kaspa just makes sense on a fundamental perspective. And one of the biggest winning points of Kaspa is that Kaspa is not listed on tier 1 exchanges like Binance and Coinbase. I would buy this on Bybit if that was me right now, or even on BitGet. Those are exchanges that I'm affiliated with, and you can see a referral link down in the description. You can get a massive referral bonus. But anyway, I digress. I gotta say that the fact that it's not listed on Binance and Coinbase really makes it for a big catalyst event, because when these projects are listed in a bull market, which is very different from getting a listing now, when they're listing in a bull market, the price grows exponentially. It could even go 5x immediately if listed on one of those top 3 exchanges. And also the fact that Kaspa is getting listed on a tier 1 exchanges is not speculation at this point, because you can see in the Kraken roadmap that this is going to be listed on Kraken. Kaspa is going to get there, and Kraken is one of the top 3 tier 1 exchanges. I would just put it behind Binance and Coinbase. Kraken is definitely up there, and because Kaspa is going to get listed there and it's on the roadmap that you can see, you can find for yourself on the Kraken website, I don't think it's hard to imagine that Kaspa is going to get listed on Binance and Coinbase. And because of that, I think that 10x is pretty straightforward. That would be a $40 billion project, which could be a bit of a stretch for a lot of people. But if you think that Kaspa managed to go to 4 billion in market cap without any tier 1 exchanges, I don't think that it's out of the equation, especially because it went this far just with the power of the community, without tier 1 exchange listings and in a full bear market. So it's really safe to say that, in my opinion, $1.50 is quite realistic. $2 could even be conservative, depending on who you ask. But obviously, if people tell you that it's going to go to $10, $15, $17, don't listen to those people, because they're full of. The next one on my list is going to be Alephium. Alephium, you could consider it as a smaller size Kaspa. The chart looks extremely bullish. It's another layer 1 which already has smart contracts and a full thriving ecosystem that, in my opinion, is going to be exploding sooner than later. And consider it like a little Kaspa, like I was saying before. It's using shards, so a very similar technology as the one of Kaspa. So it's much faster, much cheaper to transact than crypto like Ethereum or Bitcoin for that matter. here. It's a proof of work project as well. So it's a project that it's not going to be printing tokens out of thin air, but they're going to be generated with computational power, hardware, and big electricity bills for miners. You can see that it's very easily scalable and obviously sharded with big saving and efficiency in terms of energy consumption, which is also one of the biggest drawbacks when it comes to proof of work project. This solves it as well. It's a thriving ecosystem, as I was saying before. There is VC investors into this. There's big angel investors that are gonna pump the price. So in my opinion, it's actually a good point because decentralization comes with drawbacks and advantages, which I've explored in plenty of other videos. What I can tell is that the centralized actors in the sphere already had dumped their tokens. In fact, you can see here in the chart that the project had some kind of pre-mine supply, around 5% of the supply. This was dumped at release, so the people that had to make money already made money with this project, so it's not a concern, at least for me, especially because there's gonna be around 10% more tokens in circulation around the peak of the bull market next year, at least the expected one. So in my eyes, this is not inflationary at all, and given that there's not a lot of inflation coming in, the project as a result is gonna be very scarce, and it's gonna, in my opinion, give you a lot of gains. So make sure to do your own research because you could be sitting on a gold mine, and 10x is just a no-brainer for me. And I know that this is more of a high-risk project compared to a lot of the ones that I'm going to touch today, but I also think that just a 10x should be pretty much granted considering the things that I've talked about, and that would put it just around 1 billion in market cap, which is absolutely nothing for this one. I expect much more for this project to come, but that should be at least a conservative price that you could achieve. I just wanted to prove my point that 10x here is a no-brainer and it's relatively safe at this stage. The next one is going to be Sui, a project I've been talking about so much in recent weeks, and for good reason, because obviously this is a thriving, growing ecosystem. 4 billion in market cap, which funny enough is catching up to the market cap of Kaspa. It could be seen as the Solana killer because it really catches on what Solana is, a project with smart contracts, Memecoins, DeFi, lending and borrowing, a lot of good stuff, right? And it's a VC project, it's got similar tokenomics, and it's not going to be very much diluted. Right now we're talking about 26% of circulating supply. We're going to go around 30% next year. So it's not going to be that big of a deal, but it's already listed on Binance and Coinbase. So while Alephium and Kaspa, for instance, are not listed on tier 1 exchanges, this already is, and it comes also with advantages because there's VCs investing into this. There's people that are really looking to make life-changing money out of here, both retail investors and big institutions, and smart money. If you are a big believer of smart money pumping projects, if you really are a believer of these projects doing particularly well, you can see what Solana did in the previous bull cycle, and it probably, I don't need to tell you what Solana did in the previous bull cycle. You can see in this chart for yourself. Big VC projects still got a big edge over the centralized project for the pumping potential that they have, and the fact that this is already listed on the big exchanges makes it mainstream already. So when volume picks up and more retail investors come into the mix, I think that this project is gonna absolutely fly. It's already gotten through a hefty correction during this bear market, and from the lows of around a couple of weeks ago, we pumped almost 3x, which is insane, to be completely frank. I would argue whether this is a good entry or not. That is completely up to you based on the goals that you have. But I think that we're gonna achieve quite easily a $15 to a $20 SUI, which will put it at around a 10 to 15x from here. That should be absolutely a no-brainer. So yeah, it's already big in market cap, so it's definitely safer than some other projects that we're touching on this list like Alephium. But it's 4 billion right now. I think the 50 billion should be at least granted, and it's thriving ecosystem. I'm also focusing a lot on Memecoin trading on the SUI ecosystem, which seems to be or to become very soon what Solana was just a few months ago. So if you're looking to see what I'm trading when it comes to Memecoin on a daily basis, then I definitely would recommend you to join my group, because you're going to be able to find every sort of swing trade that I'm doing when it comes to Memecoins and print in the short term. So after you made those gains, you can reallocate to your safest bag like SUI, Alephium, and Kaspa, and print and perhaps retire by the end of this bull cycle. My website is cipro.com, and it's also linked down in the description as the first link, and the QR code you see above my head. The next one is going to be Tau. Bittensor. And by the way, these last two projects that I'm going to touch about, so Bittensor and the pick that I'm going to talk about next, I don't even hold them in my portfolio. And in this video, I want to be as transparent as possible, because it doesn't mean that if I hold a project, it's the best project ever, and doesn't mean that if I don't hold something, it's shit. Because a lot of other influencers, you're going to find out soon enough, if you're new to crypto, they just try to shield their bags and to pump their bag astronomically. I'm not trying to do that, and as a proof, I'm even shielding two projects that I don't even hold and I haven't been paid for. So this is as transparent as a person can possibly be on crypto YouTube. Bittensor DAO is a layer 1 proof of work project that is actually focused on the AI niche. So it really blends the two perfect niches right now, AI and layer 1s. And in my opinion, it's a relatively safe project that has honestly just corrected this much, because there was some FUD about a validator being hacked, which I'm not sure if it was fake news or not. I haven't really followed the situation all that much, but you can see right now that we're seeing a massive reversal, 40% up in the last week, which is pretty incredible, especially for something that is market cap of this range, 3 billion already. It's already listed on the top exchanges. It's already on Binance. It's already on crypto.com, but it's not on Coinbase. So there should be at least one catalyst event for this project. It is around 40% down from the all-time high. I think that a 7 to 10x from the previous all-time high should be possible based on the rate of growth that this project has achieved. And when it comes to the tech, it's very hard to explain, especially if you're new to crypto and if you're not a computer scientist really. But just be aware that it blends AI and proof of work cryptocurrencies for making something that is, in my opinion, a very good and thriving ecosystem. But obviously, it's not something that would be as bullish as something like Sui, which is more an ecosystem for like DeFi, etc. You're not really going to see this on DAO, but instead is more focused on AI. So if you're bullish on AI and you're bullish on something that is relatively safe and a layer 1 proof of work project, then this should probably be the project for you. Otherwise, it probably would not. But I think that a 15x from here should be pretty much granted. And the last project I want to touch today, which is not a layer 1, a lot of people are going to be surprised, I'm not sure, but it's Jupiter. Jupiter is a project that is actually the biggest decentralized exchange aggregator into the Solana network. You guys know already how bullish I am on Solana. I think that everybody knows it at this point, and Jupiter is just a project that, given that Solana is going to go to a new all-time high very soon, I do expect Solana to be between the $750 and $1,000 at the peak of the bull market, and the volume of the Solana ecosystem is going to be nuts as a result as well. I even believe that Jupiter is going to flip Uniswap when it comes to market cap. And if we compare the market cap of Jupiter now compared to the Uniswap all-time high, which is an exchange token that has pretty much been considered worthless for a lot of people, that would be a 20x. And if you also consider that in this bull market, there's going to be way more liquidity. Solana is going to be way hotter than Ethereum this bull market around. And also Jupiter comes with utility. In fact, you're able as a Jupiter holder to have solid governance into the ecosystem, not like the Uniswap one, and actually even participate to pre-sale and to the own Jupiter LFG launchpad, which has seen a lot of very exciting projects in recent times. Then I honestly expect Jupiter from these prices to do anywhere between a 20 to 25x relatively easily. But obviously we're talking about 10x's for the sake of this video, and a 10x should be absolutely a guaranteed no-brainer for the sake of this video. And I don't see how this project would do anything less than that. And even if you look at the all-time chart, this looks extremely bullish. It looks just like a giant bull flag that's been ranging substantially, but it hasn't touched crazy lows, despite the fact that we've seen a Black Swan event on August 5th, and we've even seen like massive correction along the way. The chart of Jupiter has been holding up quite well. It's already listed on the majority of the good exchanges in the world, but it's not listed on Coinbase, so that is also a catalyst event that could occur this bull cycle around. And obviously it's already on Binance, so you still got the chance of buying on Binance, which is also very nice for the retail users that are gonna come and be on board into the Jupiter ecosystem. So honestly, very good and bullish news for this project, and this would be another 10x that is not a layer 1 but a DEX token in this case. That is it for this video. I hope that you were able to take some value out of this video. I'm sure that you did, because this video was absolute fire, let's be honest. So make sure to subscribe to this channel for the free daily alpha, and consider joining my group if you're looking to make these crazy returns that we're making in my private group and to print money with me opportunity and to make millions this bull cycle. Also consider joining as a lifetime member because you're going to get access to my 3-in-1 course bundle, which is absolute fire, and it's just been finished, so make sure to check it out as well. It's not purchasable separately. You're going to have to join as a lifetime member, and it's going to be included in your membership, which makes this tremendous value for money. So I hope to see you there and help you out with your crypto investing journey. And until then, take care for now.